Have you had any thoughts about how the ego will try to lure you in, try to trick you? I was reading this Christmas as the end of sacrifice, and he kind of warns about the idea of sacrifice, or talks about it, to realize we made that belief in sacrifice. And he talks immediately about some special relationships. First, he says, your brothers and your father have become very fearful to you, and you would bargain with them for a few special relationships in which you think you see some scraps of safety. He's saying you think you see, you don't even truly see safety in them. And this is the ways that the ego lures you in or tricks you by putting safety in special relationships. And then when you put safety there, you have the belief in sacrifice and loss, belief in loss. But the guidance he gives here is to not keep apart your thoughts and the thought that has been given you, capital T, thought. The thought that has been given you is God. When they are brought together and perceived where they are, the choice between them is nothing more than a gentle awakening, and as simple as opening your eyes to daylight when you have no more need of sleep. All that fear of loss or belief in sacrifice will just melt away like there was no loss. But the belief in loss makes you cling to a few special relationships to find some scraps of safety.
Don't do it.
Put them on the altar, yeah. Even, right now, it's not a future. The ego will say, well, you're going to have to give them up. Divorce, we have to split up, go apart, go your own way. No, that's not what he wrote here. But give them over. Don't make them your idols. Don't hide in them. Don't hide in special relationships. Because that's how you forget your own identity with capital I. Give them over, and then you won't see them as persons anymore. The great race, that's what will happen. This shining star that he speaks about in this Christmas as the end of sacrifice. Shining star within. See it within, shining in the heaven within. Accept it as the sign that Christ has come. We can release littleness and stay within, go within. Give yourself permission to go within. There's a saying from Mother Teresa, Christmas is every time you let God love others through you. This is from Christ within. Is that when you let God love others through you. That sounds nice. Let, allow. Our job is to allow. This doesn't come from us. We didn't make it up. We didn't manufacture that love. It's naturally there. And that's all we wanted. Rest in that love, to dwell in it. What if that is all you ever needed to do, to accept that love? There was never anything else required or asked of you, and to accept this love of the source within. Nothing else was asked of you. And this we can remember every moment, because the belief in time, the ego will come up with things you must and that you should do or be. We want to remember this every moment. This was all we ever wanted. And of course, this is an experience. This is not even something you need to try to figure out. Just say, I'm open to release whatever is in the way. That's our part. I'm willing to release whatever is in the way. Like, it's beautiful thing that Jesus says about only a little wall of dust stands between you and your brother. Blow on it lightly and with happy laughter, and invite its true joining. Let this little wall of dust fall away.
And when we let this little wall of dust melt away, that's when we see our brother as the Christ. And in that vision, that is when the Christ is born. So truly, Christmas is not a special day. It is a state of mind. That's a true gift. And that way of seeing, that way of perceiving is available. And if it's not in your experience, then something in you is not wanting that.
It's the little impossible piece that made up the whole world. That's the part. That's the part in the mind we need to stare out, look at, until it melts away. That fear that makes you run away. It's a little human body, like run away from the light of truth. But anytime we can come back, any moment can come back. It's just a shift of mind. It's not going to a special place or special people. It's a little shift in the mind. Sure, go to the special places and people as guided, of course. It's not about going or staying anywhere. It's about this shift in the mind. From that, you're led. It's beautiful. We sometimes talk about changing something. And guided changes are so helpful. Bernie wrote to us, she was not going to her mother this year, and it brought up stuff in her, to not follow the ritual anymore. It's a good thing. If there is nothing outside of us, who could we hurt or who could we be responsible for? It's a fake belief that there are people out there that we need to have concern for. Beautiful when we accept the truth and just extend it everywhere. Get rid of all that responsibility and obligation. And let this love extend, not even through us as a body, just throughout, just as it is. Body is not necessary. There is a line in the Course like that, the body is not needed. Oh, that's good.
Cross that one off the list.
Yeah. Consciousness is not about the body, and who you are is not about the body. Like, why would Jesus need us to practice a lesson such as, I am not the body, I am free. I'm still as God created me. And that's not even a journey, it's a realization of finding out this true identity. It's not a journey on the timeline. Thank God, it does not take work. We say, yeah, it takes a lot of mind training, it takes a lot of willingness, it takes a lot of steps. It seems to be that way, but actually it takes one moment. It takes one decision in the present moment. It seems like we need to make that decision over and over again. I was going to say like thick-headed or something, like, human beings are kind of into habit, and that specialness wants to reinforce itself. But the more we are willing, practice these lessons, practice just the open-mindedness. That's really all you need. Practice to be open, and then all your blocks and all your problems can fall away. They will be removed for you. Like, you notice that when you change your mind from feeling depressed to feeling happy, or feeling in the wrong mind to the right mind, there's almost no likeness between those states. It's such a shift. You can't believe how you felt before. It's like not even there, like when you're happy. And that's what it is about. It's that shift. So we need to be willing to question our patterns, or whatever however the littleness plays out in your life, really question it, because then the miracle is such that it will shift it for you. You're not limited. You're not bound to the littleness in whatever form comes. Trust the miracle, trust the spirit. And what is spirit if we don't trust spirit? What is God if we don't trust God to be all powerful? Then we have made God into some idol that is not capable at all. If we feel limited and nothing is changing, or then we made ourselves God. We made a really bad, poor God out of God. Like as you see your brother, you shall see God. As you see yourself, you see God. This is where this transformation from the idol to the true God needs to happen within this development of trust. Something beyond your own consciousness. It just takes this willingness to open the mind, really. That's a Christmas gift. Give to yourself, to receive from your capital S self. Give yourself that Christmas gift every moment, every day, every night. That's a worthy state to be, place to be. Because it is about a state of mind. It's not about a location or people. It is about your state of mind. And it cannot change from anything external. External changes, yeah, like I said, they can be helpful, but it's not it. The ego wants to change something to feel better. And it projects that something is wrong, something has gone wrong, and you need to change something. It's like a constant preoccupation of the ego. It's an addiction. Change something and you're going to be happy. But that's just a way of staying away from the present moment. It's a way to stay in a neurotic, anxious place. So we need to wait out the ego, like do this exercise, sit down and not leave until the ego leaves. You know, like wait it out, or yeah, just offer that little willingness. And it's interesting when it comes to the body, you know, then the body is the ego's home, the ego's chosen home. So with the awakening, it is about identity. What do we identify with? The body or the spirit? And I think when it comes to the future, you know, it's timeline. We're on the timeline when we think of the future. And when we are on the timeline, we are in the body. So even about the future place to live, you know, that's a trick. To be concerned for that is a trick. It's the ego's way of keeping you in the body. Enjoy a restful night, restful Christmas night. It's been very nice to be with you. See you soon.